A violent street fight erupted in Paris on Sunday as fans of gruesome Netflix horror series Squid Game queued for hours to get into a pop-up store dedicated to the show. In shocking scenes, fans started to brawl in the street after a 700-foot queue formed to get into the Squid Game store, triggering a fight. Footage shared online shows several Parisians locked in a heated fist-fight near the pop-up store located on Rue d'Alexandrie, in the 2nd arrondissement, on October 3. Terrified onlookers ran away before police eventually arrived at the scene to enforce security and break up the fight. It is unknown what sparked the scuffle, but fans said they had been waiting in line for several hours, which may have caused tensions to rise. Korean-made Squid Game, which is currently the most streamed show in the US and in the UK, is about a fictional deadly game show in which poverty-stricken characters compete in a series of children's games to win a £27 million cash prize. The series was released on September 17 and received an overwhelming response worldwide, but it has come under fire from viewers over its unnecessary gore and violence. It features grisly scenes of characters being shot in the head and organ harvesting, in the latest example of shock tactic programming from the streaming giant. Dot. Dot. In one video with 11.3 million views, TikTok user @AlexGoya shows fans playing a traditional South Korean game of dakji with red and blue tiles. They were then led downstairs by a person in a red jumpsuit and full face mask when they attempt to complete the honeycomb challenge by carving shapes into a piece of honeycomb, without letting break. In the show, the shapes can come in a circle, triangle, star or umbrella, which is the most difficult. Another TikTok user @Clemxlum revealed they queued for 7 hours to get inside the pop-up store. It has become a cult hit with fans of the slasher horror genre who have dubbed the 9-part series Saw meets The Hunger Games and reveled in scenes of torture and mass murder. But some TV fans have been left repulsed by the excessive violence, with several saying they could not even make it through the first episode, and others recommending it be banned for viewers under 20 because it is too gory. In each episode of Squid Game, characters take part in bloody versions of traditional children's games, like Grandmother's Footsteps, or British Bulldogs, with the winners progressing to the next round of the game show. The losers are executed by a mass death squad standing by with machine guns. The story centers around gambling addict Sung Gi-hun, Lee Young-jae, and his childhood friend Cho Sang-woo, Park Hae-soo, a disgraced banker wanted by the police. In the final episode of Squid Game, and round of the fictional game show within the series, the main characters are pitted against each other, with Gi-hun eventually tasked with killing his closest friend in order to win the game and take home the 45.6 billion won, around £28 million, cash prize. There are literally hundreds of such deaths in the show's 9 episodes, with a bonus dissection scene, if what you really crave is to see some intestines, a critic writing for Slate magazine explained. And almost everybody on the show is afraid, all the time. The actors are constantly trembling, crying, and shaking, under the most extreme forms of duress. If you can stand all that, you should watch this show. However, it seems that the show could be even more shocking, depending on what language you're watching in. New York-based comedian and Korean speaker Youngmi Meyer has taken to Twitter to reveal how some of the subtitles in English are so bad that the original meaning is often lost completely, while some sweary characters are sanitized. Not to sound snobby, but I'm fluent in Korean and I watched Squid Game with English subtitles, and if you don't understand Korean you didn't really watch the same show, Youngmi said in a viral Twitter post. Translation was so bad. The dialogue was written so well and zero of it was preserved.